was not supposed to be there. So the collection, we have a collection of about 300 pieces. And this is kind of like a sweet spot of the Kinsey Collection. And what we simply try to do is tell the story of the African American achievement from 1600 to the present. And as you may know, we were at the Smithsonian where we had 2.5 million people. The only place bigger than the Smithsonian is right here at Epcot. So we are really excited about the partnership with Disney. We're going to be here 3 years where we'll have some 30+ million people to learn about African American achievement and accomplishment. And that's what this is about. Both Shirley and I are from Florida. Plus Bob and Sam we went to Florida University. And we believe that this is the right place to tell the story about all the wonderful things that our ancestors did. I mean, you have someone like Jenny Slew in 1765 that sued for her freedom and won back wages because she basically said that I am not an enslaved person and got the courts in Massachusetts to agree with it in 1765. I mean, these are extraordinary people that did these things and nobody knew about. Benjamin Banneker made a clock, and you'd only seen it one time, and it worked for 40 years. He laid out Washington, D.C., and never heard of it. All of these are people that we think when we bring them to the forefront, we help not only relationships with African Americans, but back here. Because the problem in America that it's not a melting pot. America really is a salad bowl. And a salad bowl means that everybody should be in the forefront as opposed to just giving away their culture. So we believe that Latinos should have their culture, Asian, white, gays, everybody, in a way that can be harmonious and that to work together. And we hope that Kinsey Collection, really drive some of that thought. And we believe that when you go through the succession, we were here 1 year before the main collection, not as slaves, but as indentured servants, just like we are. And that's part of history is what we are trying to get, not just people to understand, but to really write black people into the narrative of history. And the narrative is the narrative of the Indian, English, and American. Those are the people that really made this country what it is. And I think once we do that, we can get over race, which is also what we want to do. If you go on this back wall and see early genius, you see African American artists that actually appeared in the 18th and 19th centuries. And we own these pieces. It's just amazing. We didn't even know these people existed until we were able to acquire some of their work. So, and it's something about tangible that makes a difference for people. When you see something, it's different than reading it. And what makes the Kinsey Collection unique, at least what this would have been told now, this is our 10th city, is that historians just talk about it. And you say, well, that's interesting, but so what? But when you see it, you make another connection. And I believe that that's what these 40 objects are going to do. And what we're going to do is every 6 months we're going to change out objects and bring different pieces to this very, very rich story. And I think it's going to be something that people all over the world are going to really appreciate. The Kinseys themselves, we've been in 91 countries ourselves. So we've selected these pieces with a great deal of care from all over the world. And we continue to look for additional items that will help bring the story to bear so that it's a more complete picture of this contribution.
How and when did you start putting your collection together?
Probably 30 years ago.
I had a question. What do you think about the integration of the technology that Disney brought to these historic pieces?
Well, I think, from a pure museum standpoint, nobody beats the Smithsonian. But from a pure storytelling, nobody beats Disney. And the Kinsey Collection is more of a storytelling than it is just in objects. Because we believe that what has made this a different exhibition and had such a life, I mean, we started in 06, so we've been doing this almost 7 years, is that when we bring these stories out about all these remarkable people that nobody seems to know about, We want you to leave with a simple comment, I didn't know that. If we can get everybody to come to say, I didn't know that, we will have accomplished what we set out to do. So this is this whole process that we've been on. We were in West Palm Beach, we were in Tallahassee, at Florida A&M, and we've just been pleased with everybody's response. I mean, and the thing about the African American story is we are part of everything. I mean, the Haitian story, the Cuban story, the South American story, the Mexican story, all of these are very African. I mean, in the 15th century, 16th century, there were more black people in Peru than Peruvians. The same thing in Mexico in the 17th century because of slavery. So what we do is to say, yes, we were there, we matter. And there's in this case, a little bit further over, you'll see a letter from Lisa Butler. She talks about having been in the Kinsey Collection and how important it was because she had lost her mother. And she brought her two daughters to the Smithsonian, and she was able to show them her pain, which proved to them that she was there. And I think all of us, every human has this hole in their heart. You want to know that you leave a mark in this world. You want to have a legacy. You want to have something that said that I mattered and that I gave something back and that this was important. And that's what we hope people will take away, that the Kinsey Collection allows us to fill a little bit of that hole in our hearts that we think most people have in terms of trying to understand who we are and where we came from.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all. Okay?